I'm not rapping to get rich. I'm rapping because I love it. I do my business to get rich. So when I'm sitting in a room with other artists, we definitely not in there for the same reasons, you know? And as far as females go, I think that a large majority of the females can't really rap like that. You know, some of them are cute, some of them are popular. Some of them got a couple bars here and there that most of the time other people write for them.
Right.
And it's cool, but you know, I'm not real trying to be real judgy because if you're able to make it, however you can get it, get it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna hate on it.
I kind of jumped off that train with Sexyy Red. I was like, that's like my little cousin. You know what I'm saying? She just didn't grow yet, and that's her way of presenting herself. So it's just like,
You know
with
how I
all
feel
of it.
about Sexyy Red, to be honest? I actually like what Sexyy Red did. I'm gonna tell you why, right? It's attached to the way I view history, right? Like I'm a very conscious woman. Like my dad was a Rasta, but he was an Israelite. He was like a black Jew.
Okay.
He was into the Moorish science. I got exposed to all of that. So
Oh, wow.
I'm real heavy into history. And one thing that I always talk about is like soul food, right? I feel like she's the soul food of rap. And why I say that is I don't eat pork. But you know, like we took like pig intestines that was trash and we turned it into a delicacy.
Yep.
I feel like Sexyy Red has taken like trash lyrics, trash topics, and turned it into a delicacy. Because everybody likes Sexyy Red. If you see her concerts, they're not selling out for no reason. So I feel like she's taken some of the worst parts of like black feminism and has turned it into a sellable thing. She used what she know, what she experienced, and made an art out of it. It doesn't matter if you like her lyrics or not, because I'm not a fan of her lyrics, but I am a fan of people being successful.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I feel like she's that hog mog.
Right.
She's that, you know, chitlins.
Right.
It's something that I wouldn't eat, but the world will eat it. People will come from the richest parts of town and go get some chitlins.
Right.
She's chitlins to me.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right,
You know what
right.
I mean? Like, I feel like she took something that would be normally viewed as trash and she made it a treasure. I can't be mad at that.
Right. I like the way you put that. I like the way you put that. That's interesting. That's an interesting view about her because it's just. So do you see her evolving at any rate?
No.
No.
No, I think that's her lane. And I think that if she comes out of that lane, she probably won't be as well received. You know, it is what it is, you know. You had Madonna talking about like a virgin, and people thought that was crazy.
Right.
You know, I couldn't listen to Little Kim when I was young. I had to sneak and listen to Little Kim when I was younger.
Right.
But, you know, art is art. If you don't, certain things, you know, like me, if I had children, I would filter their music the way my mother filtered mine.
Right.
You know, everything is not for kids. They're not supposed to be watching porno.
Right.
So if you consider her music as lyrical porno, then you got to shield your kids from that.
Right.
You can't blame the conditions. A lot of people blame the conditions of black women and stuff. Oh, on people like Sexyy Red. No, why are your kids in the house blasting her music at 9, 10, 11 years old? It's your responsibility. They don't pay the electric bill. They don't pay the phone bill.
Right.
Why are they allowed to see this stuff? So that's how I look at that.
Let's get into how you met Ghost.
Oh, shout out to Ghost, the God, you know, Tony Stark.
That's one of my favorite artists.
My label boss. I love Ghost. He is a big brother to me. He heard one song and was like, I gotta put her on this label, like Yappy City. Because of the content, obviously.
Right.
And I don't even think he knew my story, which I really liked.
Wow, he didn't?
Not right away.
Okay.
He liked who I was as an artist first, which is rare for me because my story usually precedes me, you know?
Right.
So then it's like, if you like my story, then you like me as a whole. Sometimes you just like my music because you like me. I liked that he liked my music and it wasn't all about just my story. And then my story came after, you know? And plus, like, who don't like Ghost?
Right.
He's a legend. I grew up listening to Ghost. You know, I just traveled the world with Ghost. I just did a European tour.
I saw that.
With Ghost, you know, performing in Paris.
How was that?
It was crazy. Him and Cappadonna. I mean,
yo, I seen a clip when I was all on your page. I seen them dancing. I was like, yo, this made me feel good about hip hop again.
Yeah.
Talk about how overseas, how they receive hip hop over there versus how they receive it over here.
Oh, it's a whole different world.
Mhm.
Like they love hip hop lyricism. Like
Right.
it's not just about, I did a couple of booty shakes and I got like, oh, but it was like when I hit them with a bar, it was like, oh, it was even more
They were crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was just a different experience, And then it wasn't just being in Europe, it was being with Ghost. Like to see after all these years, the way he's received, they damn near worship that man over there. It was crazy.
Right.
And just see the whole crowd got on, Wu-Tang memorabilia and Wu-Tang, logo jackets, hats. They're like a religion.
Right. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. So for me to come out with somebody like that, it's like automatic credibility. So it's helped my career a lot. Just the mention of his name. And I'm his only female artist.
Right.
And what's really even more special is, I'm not in my 20s. You know what I mean? It's like a lot of females. It's a young girl sport. So for me to still be able to acknowledge my dream, to be able to move with somebody like that, I don't got to do stuff I'm not comfortable with.
Right.
I can really just rap.
Right.
I don't got to take my stuff off. I mean, I could take it off.
Right.
I'm all right.
Right. You ain't got to be twerking and
I don't got to be doing all of that. Sometimes for fun, I play around a little bit.
Right.
But overall, it's like the art of hip hop. I get to really do that, and I don't have to worry about, oh, this is corny rap, because it's like boom bap rap. There's a crowd for that, and he introduced me to that crowd, so I could really just be myself. Because in New York, a lot of times people will be like, "Yo, Ish, you so fire! Like, yo, you should do a drill song, or you should do this." And it's like, it's cool, but this is my lane. Like, like give me a Mobb Deep beat, give me an old Wu beat, give me something like Nas, and let me spit over that. That's where I'm comfortable.
Right.
And with him, I don't have to change that, so.
So what's his expectations of you as an artist?
He just be like, yo, Ish, just kill him. Just kill him. Like his expectations of me are, what's something I used to always put, I wasn't that confident at first rapping outside of the studio at a show without my music in the background. I would rap over it. He was like, you professional now, baby. You traveling the world. Performance track only. Because I have a very deep voice. And sometimes I would get self-conscious about it.
Right.
He was like, nah, you have a dope voice. You gotta, so I don't do background music at all anymore. You know what I mean? And now I go to shows, and that's all rappers out here do. The standard was like, that's okay.
Right.
It was like, nah. In the real hip hop world, it's a beat. You spitting over it. Get your breathing right. And now I go to shows, I'll be like, they don't even say all the words. They be like, nah, 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 and then the music in the background. And I'm like, they're not even, you like doing karaoke. I'm here to see a show and you doing karaoke.
He's teaching you mastery.
So he taught me mastery, watching everything from sound check, the way they mark every spot of the stage to see how the mic sounds in this spot. Like it's a whole art to performing that I never
You know who I
knew.
saw do that? And it blew my mind. This was probably like my first year on from prison. Tech 9. He had somebody elected on his team. They checked every speaker. He'd go boom, 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 and they'd go. He's making certain
That's
sounds.
that old school.
And
That's
I was
real.
like, damn, I've never seen nobody do sound check like that. That's diligent. You get what I'm saying?
I saw it with Wu. I saw it with Cap and Ghost and Ray. That's how they do.